Yeah, guys, still where you have listened for that one? I think I was continuously talking. I forgot that Zoom is disconnected. Okay,
Ah,
okay. So I was continuously explaining and I forgot that it got disconnected. So if you remember where I was exactly left,
process ID.
double click to connect.
You're telling about the process ID.
Process
Each
ID, right, Sai?
yeah.
One second, what will happen with this one? And the previous recording is also recorded or not? It should be, man. Just hold on for a few seconds, guys. Let me see it's recorded the previous session or not. So I was talking about the process, right? And the process ID,
Yeah.
Yeah.
correct? So Linux
Mm.
process is nothing but I explained like JDK. I've given example, right? Tomcat I've given example, right? And same way I was talking about one Pankaj questions he asked me. That also I have discussed.
Yeah.
That one like he was asking that how a port is listening and not, right?
Yes.
Correct. So how we are going to identify that one? By grabbing that particular port number. So same way in a process, okay. So every time if you are executing a application or every time if you are starting a service or a daemon, so daemon is or a service is nothing but these are the background processes which is running behind that process, and every process is represented by a unique ID. Then only we can identify, right? Correct. So if I go here, so Sai, I think just day before yesterday session, right, I have shown you how to make your particular run level on or off for a at particular run level, right? Correct. If you guys remember, Ankur,
chconfig space
chk chk config hyphen hyphen list, right? So this will be showing you the list of services or
yeah.
list of particular, these are the services, right? These are the daemons, okay. These are the services which is responsible to run your Linux operating system, correct? So these are on or off at a particular run level, right? And also I have explained how to make it on or off, right? Correct, sign?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So same way here, so these are the, how suppose this particular windbind is running, right? So if I want to see what all things or what all process ID, okay, it's related to, so you can see it's running with a PID of 4666, correct? So this
Yeah.
PID, okay, this PID is a unique ID for this one. So every time if this service is get stopped, okay, so again if I'm starting this service, okay, suppose this service is, let me see, Windbind, right? Windbind is on, it is off at every level, right? So just
Yeah.
grab some suitable things which is on. So NFS NTPD, okay. So NTPD is off anyways, okay. Let's take anything which is on.
Kdump. Kdump.
Kdump is, where is the, yeah, Kdump. So Kdump you can see it's on at run level 4. So we required at run level 5, right? Okay. So anyways it is on at run level 5. Okay. Kdump, correct. So it's running with a PID of this one. Okay. Let me see. Let me restart this one. Okay. Init dot d. Okay. Kdump. Restart. It is failed to restart. But again, we'll see. The process ID is changed, correct? Even it is failed to restart also,
Yeah.
but it is failed. But you can see it's starting with a new process ID, correct? Getting my point? So every time if you restarting something or if you kill that process ID, so again again the services or the daemon will start with a new process ID. Getting my point? So that is the unique point. So that is the unique thing you need to identify every time. You need to grab that one. Anyways, I'll tell you that one. But here, if I'll come to the point, okay. So processes can be divided into three types. Okay. So that is called interactive process. Okay. Second thing is your system process or daemon, you can say. Same thing there also. Third thing is automatic, correct? Or batch. Okay. So these are the mainly three types of processes which we need to understand. Okay. So before going into that one, let's see it's working or not. Okay. So zoom. Fine. So fine. So what do you mean by interactive processes? So interactive processes are nothing but those processes that are invoked by a user and can interact with the user. Okay, for example, interactive processes can be classified into foreground and background processes. The foreground process is the process that you are currently interacting with and using the terminal by STDN, that is standard input, and STDN out, that is standard output. So interactive processes, if I'll talk in general, so these are the interactive processes which is created by the user. Suppose you have installed JDK, you have installed Tomcat, right? So these are the processes. If you talk about, these are the interactive processes. Okay. And if your system related processes are nothing but, you understand, right? So already that processes or the services or the daemons which are already running, okay, in your Linux operating system, correct? Like DHCP is there, DNS is there, FTP is there, right? Winbind is there, just now KDump is there. So this will be when you are installing a Linux operating system, correct? At the same time, it will be getting executed. What do you mean by automatic processes and all? Automatic processes are nothing but are not connected to a terminal. Rather than these are the tasks that can be queued into a spooler area where they wait for to execute on a FIFO basis. Means you can say these are the batch processes or some set of processes are there, okay, which needs to be executed at a time. Okay. So these are mostly, you can say, like some task you have scheduled, some cron jobs you have scheduled, right? So some scripts you are scheduling, so those are like, suppose some scripts you have scheduled and it has to be executed at a time. Okay, so those are called automatic or batch processes. Okay, so this is the theoretical part. Okay, so no need to go into that much in a theoretical. You just need to understand, okay, process is this much and every process is related to a process ID, and every process, okay, or every application which you are executing, it's related to a process. Okay, and every process has a parent and a child ID. Okay, So if I go here again, I can show you. So here you can see there is a parent and there is a child ID. Okay. So this is the parent ID, this is the parent process ID, and this is the child process ID. Okay. So the process which starts or creates another process is called parent process. Okay. And the one which got created is known as child process. Okay. So remember always, if you want to stop or if you want to kill some process, then you need to kill the parent ID, not the child. Because if you are going to kill the child ID, parent will be always there. Correct. So you need to kill the parent process if you want to kill the child ID address as well. So every process will be having parent process except init process. What does that mean?
init.
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
So here every process has a parent ID and a child. You remember in the booting process I have explained it. Sign. Remember, I think Pankaj, you have not attended the booting session completely, right?
Yeah.
So there, the first means your the program which to be executed, right? So that is your init process. Okay, and
Yes.
init process is having PID of 1. So here you can clearly see the ID is 0, right? But the parent ID is 1. There is no child process associated with this one. Correct? Don't get confused with this one. This is nothing but this is the command which I am executing right now. Okay.
Okay.
That will also, if you execute something also, that I am telling, right? Every time if you execute something, it will be associated with a process, because that has
Yeah.
to be go to your RAM area. Correct?
Yeah.
So the PID for init is 1. Okay. So only after init process gets started, the remaining process are called by it, and hence it is responsible for all remaining processes in the system. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Understand? Now, some normal term we need to understand in the process. Okay, to monitor the process, how we can monitor a process? So there is a command called ps command, gives the running process for the present terminal and present command. So if you do ps command, okay, if you do ps command, so this ps command will give you the running process of present terminal and present command. So it is giving you the present terminal and present command. Correct? So terminal, your bash shell, only from there only it's executing. The terminal is pts1. Correct? tty, this
Yeah.
is your terminal, and your pid is 4533. Okay, to see the total number of processes running in the system, we can use ps-a command. Okay guys, getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I'm getting.
Pankaj, you are not able to understand?
The last one, PS-8.
So the ps-a to see the total number of processes running in the system. Okay, possible options. Okay, what I am telling is the possible options. Okay, which can be used with ps commands are running number of processes. Okay, so don't go with these all. Again, I am telling you, these are the system processes. You thought there should be multiple processes are running, right? No,
Yeah.
it should not be like that. You run a ps-a and you'll be able to see so many processes. I have not installed jdk, I have not installed tomcat, I have not installed any services apart from a system related services. Correct? So to see all those services, you need to use chk config -- list. But if you want to see something what all processes are running, okay, for the running thing, for the running, I'm not talking about idle one. Okay, the running thing, then you need to use ps-a. Okay. To see the processes running by the logged in user. Okay, ps hyphen sorry ps hyphen u, by the user. So which user you have logged in? You have logged in with root. Okay, so to see the processes running by the logged in user, for example, your root, okay, your username. So here you can give it like this. By default, it will be showing you the root user. But if you want to see which user, Pankaj is there, by which Pankaj user, because Pankaj we haven't logged in, right? We have logged in with the root user, right? So either you can give the username root. So it will show you what root user is showing here. Getting my point?
Yeah.
With the root user. These all are system processes.
Top command also will show the number of process, no?
Yeah, that I'll explain. One by one, I'll explain. Fine. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. So again, to see which process are attached with some terminal and which are not. Okay. So ps hyphen x. So if you want to see which process, suppose this process is running, right? So this process is attached with which terminal? Terminal 2. This process is attached with terminal 3. This process is attached with terminal 4, right? So ps-x command is there to see that one. So you can see the PID, the terminal, and the stat, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, guys. So moving
So,
towards, yeah. So to see the offline processes of a system which is already executed, okay. So ps hyphen aux, all everything it will show you. If a process is running or not, also offline also, if a process, you can see by using ps hyphen aux. But recommendation, I am always telling you, if you want to see, okay, or you if you want to grep a particular process, okay, so always use ps hyphen ef, okay, pipe grep, and then you need to give which process you want to grep. Okay, you want to grep ssh, okay, just do a ssh and d. Okay, so it will show you for the ssh, okay, user bin ssh what all process id is running. Suppose if you want to grep for java, java is running or not. So anyway, java is not installed here, so you cannot see. Okay, apache tomcat is running or not, or any services, or which is, again I am telling, interactive process, means it's a user has installed that one and that has executed and that will create a process. It's not system process, it's a user process which
Yeah.
is you have executed explicitly. So you need to grab that one, then ps-ef pipe grab and that process name, or else if you want to grab, if you know the id of that one, then give the id of that particular process here. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now in process you have some signals. Okay, you have some signals, and these signals are nothing but this, every process will give you these signals. Are total 64 signals are there in process. Okay, so there are total 64 signals in linux, and the list of signals can be sent by, one second, if you want to see all these signals, what all signals available in a linux process, okay, you can use kill hyphen l command is there, so you will come to know what all processes are there. So only 4 process you need to remember because they'll ask in the interviews. Okay, so 64 no need to remember all these 64, only 4 is going to be mostly recommended and used, widely used in a linux operating system, or a widely used in a linux administrator task. The most common signal used are is 1. Okay, so if you do kill hyphen 1, okay, so what it will do, so it will be reloading the process, and you need to give the kill hyphen 1, and you need to give the process id, that is the pid, that is the parent id. Okay, so what is the pid? Just now we have seen, right? ps hyphen ef pipe grep k dump, correct?
Yeah.
So here the pid is this one, right? And this
Yes.
is the child id. So
Yeah.
kill hyphen 1, and you need to give the process, okay, pid 1. So what does it mean? PID 1. This kill hyphen 1 means your signal is 1. You are sending a signal 1 for reloading the process. Same way, signal, if you are sending the signal 9 means you are just killing the process. And again, if you kill that process, it will create a new process ID, a new parent ID, right? With a new child ID. Getting my point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if you do kill hyphen 9, then it will kill the process. Okay. So remember, these commands are very much, it's not frequently used. You can do it because some database processes are running. Okay. And that database process is fully overloaded. So they will ask you these scenarios. Okay. What you can do. So you'll tell, okay, sir, I'll kill that process. Why? If you kill that process, you will understand the consequences of that one. So before doing anything, the solution is, yes, we can kill that process, it will start with a new process, but you are going to lose so many things in between, and you need to justify those things. So remember, don't use this kill hyphen 9 until unless it is suggested by some of your seniors, or it is suggested by the Confluence page, or anything by the organization. Okay. Because DB process is very much important, or any application which is running, you cannot kill straight away. Okay, if you kill that one, it will be disconnected, and might be chances it won't be come up again. The service is not going to run again, so you will be in deep trouble. Okay, so before doing this kill hyphen 9, just try to analyze that thing. What is the reason that DB is overloaded, or DB is fully overloaded, or your application is so much of overloaded, so it's not responding, it is in a hung state. There are other ways also. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a signal called 15. The 15 signals we were using for the terminating the process. Same way, 20 is for stopping the process. Okay. So most of the scenarios we were using kill hyphen 9. Okay. But again, if you know the consequences and that service has to come up, then use kill hyphen 9. Okay. If I am doing kill hyphen 9, okay. If I am killing this thing, Kedam, see, it's telling no such process. Correct?
Yeah.
Again, I am grabbing this one. But it started with 4840.
No process.
So you'll get confused. So whenever you are going to use these things, very careful. Same way in production environment will also happen. It will be get skill, but you don't know. And again, you need to grab what was the previous process, what was the previous process ID, what was it's running for. So that will be a difficulty for you. You will be creating a difficulty for yourself. So kill hyphen 9 is very much important. So before killing it, just do a cross check with your senior and all. Okay. So process wise, see, I'm ending up the session here only, guys. Okay. Tomorrow will be process. Mostly I told you it will be 1 day task, but in process I am taking more things that is more related to your performance, so you'll understand better. So tomorrow we need to see how to set up a priority for a process. Okay, we can set it up the priority also for a process. That is your nice value, and nice value is there. Okay, and these are the some of the way you can troubleshoot, and you can give the solution as well. How to monitor the process by using top command, what all multiple fields are involved in the top command, and in the top command also, yeah, top command is only main thing. And these are not in the syllabus, but this is, I am going to tell what is free command. Okay, what is vm stat command. Okay, these things will be there. Okay, Sai. Okay, Ankur,
Yeah.
Pankaj.
Yeah.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.